Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are jumping right into question number 9 on our Pascal contest. And what have we got? A soccer team played 3 games. Each game ended in a win, loss, or tie. If a game finishes with both teams having scored the same number of goals, the game ends in a tie. That makes sense. In total, the team scored more goals than were scored against them. So more goals than against them. Which of the following combinations of outcomes is not possible for this team? So they scored more goals than were scored against them. And the possibilities, they're talking about losses, wins, losses, and ties. Now there's not a whole lot that can be said about more goals scored, them scoring more goals than against them. Because, say they scored 6 goals. Well, they could have had 5 goals scored against them over the course of their 3 games. It's entirely possible all 6 were in the same game. And so, it was 6-0 in the first game. Or let's use proper notation. 6-0 to them, and then maybe they scored nothing in the other 2 games. And so that would contribute to only 1 win and 2 losses. Or maybe, maybe they had 3-1, 0-3, and so that would be a win, loss, and a tie. So there's lots of different possibilities. Matter of fact, before I actually dive in and look at the answers, the only thing I can say for certain, if they scored more goals in total than were scored against them, all I can do is I can guarantee they got at least 1 win. I can guarantee that. There's no way for them to not have won 1 game. Okay? Because imagine what that would mean. If they lost 3 games, in each game they had more goals scored against them. And so if you add everything up, in total they'll have more goals scored against them. If they tied a bunch of games but still lost, well, the tie means everything's equal, and then in those losses, they've got more goals scored against them. So they have to have won at least 1 time. That's all I can say for certain. There's lots of possibilities we are presented with. So we could probably try to, come up with scenarios for each of them, but let's just read here. 2 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie. Well, that's possible. We could, if it was 6-3, they could have 3-3, 2-0, and 1-0. That's possible. 1 win, 2 losses, 0 ties, 0. Which the following is not possible. 0 wins. So it's got to be C. The answer's got to be C. They have to be able to have won at least 1 game, as I said. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly show that the others are possible. 1 win, 2 losses, and 2 ties. 6-0, 0-2, 0-3. That's possible. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 tie. Actually, I did that one. There we go. 1 win, 0 losses, 2 ties. Sure. You could 1-1, 1-1. 2-0 or something like that. That would be perfectly fine as well. So that's possible. And the number of goals that they scored is always adding up to more than what was scored against them, which is consistent with what we were given. Okay? Of course, by pure reason, we can jump to C, but the other ones, it's important to be able to say, yes, they are possible to have happened, given the information we've got. Okay, we've got 1 more question to go in Part A, and that'll be question 10. I will see you for that next time.